What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of really cool duels for you guys to check out. This is going to once again show off the absurdity that is Firewall Dragon. I'm not telling you guys anything new. We all know Firewall Dragon, probably the most broken Link monster in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that there are two truly broken Link monsters. I would say Firewall Dragon and Crystron Needle Fiber, with maybe Double Helix being right on that precipice. Some people might say it's broken, some people might not. I think the other two cards are kind of inarguable. And I think it's really that second effect that kind of sets Firewall apart from just being a card that's like really good to a card that's being broken. I really hope that Konami ultimately just limits the card, because it's almost like decks that shouldn't have any ability to spam Link monsters have that ability because of that effect, including gadgets. You look at gadgets and the way that they're kind of made up. You know, a gadget that can actually spam Link monsters, Firewall spam, because of that second effect of Firewall Dragon. The fact that gadgets activate when they are special summoned means that if you constantly Link summon with the gadget that you summon, you can constantly activate Firewall's effect, and you can keep searching gadgets in the meantime. And since you can run 9 gadgets, it's a really long time until you actually run out of cards. So let's go ahead and roll this one. What the opponent's playing is basically irrelevant. I think he's playing Monarchs, so he's going to open with Edea and pretty much just pass turn. The only thing I can think of is that he probably didn't have like a Pantheism or something like that to make the Edea worth summoning, or no Monarchs, and unfortunately he's gonna pay for that, man. If you had Domain, you might have been saved from this, but you did not. Glow Up Bulb after Firewall Dragon. He's gonna go for Link Karibo again. And this is where the fuckery starts. You guys can see he only had one card in his hand. He special summons that red gadget, searches out a yellow gadget, and as long as he link summons with the red gadget, he can continue spamming links on the field. So he turns that into proxy. Now he's going to special summon and search again, and you basically just keep doing this until you run out of gadgets. There may be a couple of other stepping stones that you need. That's why you see things like Glow Up Bulb being used. I told you guys plants are back, man. He's going to summon that red gadget. Now he's going to use Glow Up Bulb, and he's going to use that dot scrapper. This is just so he can go into a decode talker. He's going to special summon the gadget again. I believe he's going to go into Firewall Dragon number 3, and then he's going to special summon that gadget you just searched. He's going to also go ahead and I believe search red gadget out. Firewall is going to activate since it is co-linked with a bunch of monsters, and at this point I believe he makes decode talker. He has almost 10,000 damage on the board, and it is basically a wrap. And the crazy thing about these Firewall loops is you can actually do them in decks that you wouldn't even think is possible. Like with gadgets, I kind of looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of see how gadgets could do that. But I'm talking about like kaijus. What you see in this next duel is crazy. Kaijus, you know, the archetype that can only control one monster of the archetype on the field. How would you special summon spam in kaiju, Cap? You can only control one kaiju. Just watch. Just watch. Man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players never cease to amaze me. That's one thing I love about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Like, we have so many brilliant minds. It is all pretty much done with this card, Radian. The fact that this card can not like level eat, but the fact that you can take counters away from your kaiju waterfront and get tokens makes it so ridiculously OP. When you combine it with Fairy Tail Luna, you constantly get to bounce the card and summon it again. I don't know about this play. When I saw him search Abyss Spear, I was like, bro, what year is this? Like, I don't think Mermill are supposed to play Abyss Spear anymore. It's kind of a slow card, and it definitely means, like, I don't know, I would have just searched the card that like negates a spell. Anyways, I don't really think it's that, well, it might have been relevant. It would have negated that that terraform, and he summons his Megalo for some reason. I feel like that's a misclick. Kaiju Waterfront's going to be played upstart just to get some counters on there. He's going to kaiju, his opponent's going to kaiju, and this is where he basically starts going in, right? So he summoned his Radian, and then he got the Radian token by getting rid of 2 counters on this. But the thing is, when he goes to Link Summon, he's going to be able to get counters back, and Link Summoning constantly puts counters on this card. So he's going to go ahead and search another Radian. He's going to special summon that Radian, get 2 more tokens, and this is where Fairy Tail Luna comes in. Fairy Tail Luna obviously is going to search another copy of itself. I told you guys Fairy Tail Luna is a really good card, and he's just going to bounce the kaiju. Now, since his opponent doesn't have that kaiju in his deck, there's pretty much no way. Like, it would be so difficult for your opponent to just randomly have that. You can give them a kaiju that doesn't see much meta play, and the chances of them actually having it, like, maybe he might have a Gamma Cell, but he probably doesn't have the Thunder kaiju. Plays another copy of Waterfront just to get some more counters, gives his opponent the kaiju again. He's gonna go back for Radian, guys, and once again, them tokens are coming out. Proxy Dragon, Gaia. Now Firewall Dragon kicks in, summons Luna again. Luna gets negated this time, but it don't even matter. He's going for second Firewall Dragon. Special summons the other Luna. Thank goodness Firewall Dragon's second effect ain't a hard Whisper turn, right? Oh man. And as long as his opponent controls a kaiju, he can keep special summoning that Radian. 3 Firewall Dragons. He's gonna bounce. He kaijus again. Just more kaiju action, man. It's utterly ridiculous. He finally bounces, and this is even more damage than the first one. So, you know, maybe this is an Excellent Adventures. Maybe this is like the Excellent Adventures of Firewall Dragon. Obviously, Mermill kind of misplayed that by not, you know, waiting to use Abyss Spear. Probably could have brought out Lindy. That would have been much more effective. But it's just so ridiculous, like Firewall Dragon and what you can actually do with this card. And some of the minds in our game are actually really brilliant. Like, I never would have thought of using Radian, of all things, to basically give you constant link materials. You know, you summon Radian and you get the token, and then you basically send those 2 to the graveyard. You're getting counters on your field spell while you're doing this. And with Fairy Tail Luna, you can bounce the kaiju your opponent has to get rid of multiple monsters on the field. And you can also, like, not only does Luna search herself, which means that when you use Firewall's ability, you can just special summon another copy of Luna. It's actually pretty damn ridiculous. But this was actually kind of insane. I think people might be interested in this kaiju version of like Firewall spam, so I will put a link in the description to that. For the gadget one, I don't think you guys really care about that. I mean, it's just like basic gadgets with some plant shit in there. I mean, yeah, he was running a couple of Cyberse cards, but it's really just like, you know, 1 for 1, but throw in a bunch of plant cards and you can just kind of figure out the rest, throw a Soul Charge in there. But the Kaiju deck is pretty interesting. So whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy the video, please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching as always. I keep saying this at the end of the video that my deck profiles are coming. I actually shot one, but I have to buy an external mic because the camera that I'm using on my iPhone 7 recording, like for video, is muy bueno, but the audio on it, the microphone, is pretty trashy. So we got to get ourselves a microphone before I could upload it tomorrow, but I wanted to have really good audio. So I'm just rambling about nonsense at this point, still trying to decide if I should do 1080p 60 frames a second or should I do 4K, because I think I'd be the only tuber with 4K deck profiles. I might ultimately do 4K. Now I'm just talking about nonsense. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on those notifications for daily videos.